really pretty out here. I don't know if you'll recognize it, but over here was where I filmed that Grey Stripe video. That was a really fun video. I really loved that video. And then over there, I'm not gonna show you, but I think the same man is approaching. I think it's really ironic that I'm being approached by the same person that was in the other video beforehand. I don't know if you remember that, but I actually think it's the exact same guy, and that's really embarrassing and relieving. But the reason I wanted to film this video was, one, I wanted to come to the beach to collect shells for as a game designer, and they need shells so they can program shells. I don't know. Ask her. But another thing was because I wanted to have a talk. Where did I put these? I put them in my shoes. That's a really bad idea. I have my shoes. I don't know where else to put them. But one of the reasons that I wanted to kind of record was I felt weirdly... Sorry, word. I felt like I've wanted to talk about this for a while with my content. A big change is coming. I've always felt like, you can see back maybe in my old before the packs, my old the Family of Wolves videos. Maybe you could see it way back then with even something as simple as like Object King. Or maybe you can look at modern things now and see the packs and Grounded. And I think you could tell that animation isn't really the best medium for the content. At least you can always tell. The reason I've never went to frame by frame animation is because I don't like frame by frame animation. I don't like sitting there, because when I want to tell a story, I want to tell a story, and by having to sit there and animate for like years, it makes me hate that, because I'm like, it's just an inconvenience to what I want to do to tell the story. But I love art, and I've always kind of seen my progression in my art style, but I've never seen a progression in my animation. It's always very seconds per frame. The only time for an exception for that was maybe whenever I did some movements, but I never animated, as in maybe like Jade Animation style or BFDI's kind of asset based. You know, I've never just went out of my way to kind of learn that, I suppose, because I've always just seen it as annoying. And I think I'm starting to slowly kind of realize that I don't think my kind of storytelling methods and my style work for animation anymore. And I actually started producing episode 3C as a comic, as a graphic novel. And I haven't had more fun making a project than I have in a while. It is the exact same dude. Oh my god, it's the exact same man from before. I know, it is the exact same dog, it is the exact same man. I feel awful. I wonder if I did this on a Sunday before and he's kind of approached again, but he is coming my way. I'm gonna have to have some social interaction soon. God, this might be scary, guys. This might be scary. But yeah. Hello. Please acknowledge my existence. Dog stopped. He didn't even look at me. Anyway, I'm not a very social person. Alright, this is something I'm trying to fix about myself, but I'm a very socially anxious person, and I think you can slowly tell. Please stop walking. Oh, it's really embarrassing. Oh well, it's the same dude. It's really ironic that he's here. Anyway, I always felt like my I've always felt like that. I've never really went out to be an animator, and I always feel like I've been forced into those shoes because of YouTube's kind of video stylized kind of focusing on video style content, and that's something that's always kind of bugged me too. I want to put in perspective on how difficult it was to produce the packs. Episode 2A took me about a year to make, and that was a consistent every day of if I draw 10 frames, then I'll be on track, and if I draw this amount of frames, I'll be on track, and I need to send off the scripts and the storyboards, and I need to do this and that, and it was hell. Okay, making episode 2A or 3A was awful. It's a great episode, but was so not fun to make. So when I started making 3C, and I got the criticism from 3B, especially with its movement mechanic, I went, why am I even animating? Why am I even making this? If it's something I don't enjoy and it's clearly not working for the medium, where does my heart truly lie in this? And I think I've started to realize that my true passion kind of comes into storyboarding and graphic novel design. I really love graphic novels. I've been reading a lot of the Warrior Cat graphic novels, and just it's the first time I've went like, okay, I'm going to study this. I'm going to study its art style. I'm going to study its movements, its frames, how it portrays movement and speech. And I've started making episode 3C a graphic novel. And it has been probably the most fun I have ever had on a project. I am being real. It is genuinely fun. I'm still recording, right? Yes, I am. That's good. I just have to make sure. This is a very unedited video. It is the most fun I've ever had in a project. I genuinely have had so much fun on it, and I haven't worked on it every day because I felt like it's just when I want to. It's a fun project. When did art become something other people told me to work on when I didn't want to? And I've enjoyed the very productiveness of a graphic novel, trying to figure out how do I tell as much information in a frame and a page without it becoming overwhelming, and also just making it really cool and stylized. I would rather work on a really detailed piece of art that distinguishes that displays a lot of story and movement and continues the plot more than making kind of not half-assed but making less effort kind of frames of movement over and over and over again for like a facial expression change when I could make a facial expression that works for that entire scene. And it just it felt like God, I've been pushing myself to be an animator for so long. I don't want to be an animator. And even for Grounded, I'm so tired of working on Grounded 2. I want to release it. It's already really, really cool. And it's gonna be I hope the expectations aren't I hope I don't ruin people's expectations of the show, because this will be the last ever episode that's animated like this. And I will probably step away from having a crew so I can work on Grounded as a graphic novel more than it being a animated thing. And I hope that doesn't really upset many people. But I have really enjoyed working on this project with people. It's been a really cool experience to work on Grounded with so many talented artists. And I sit there like in complete pride that Grounded 2 is as amazing as it is. It is just I can't wait for you guys to see it. It is incredible. Like these guys, I've never had a group of people so passionate about something. I can't remember which animator it was. Probably a few of them that have approached me and went, I'm not very good at animation, and I've been like, it's fine, come join us. And then like a month later, they'll be like, it's not very good, but here's my part, and then they'll just present to me Mona Lisa, and it's like, holy shit, what do you mean you're not good? This is great. You took my storyboard and you made something awesome out of it. I don't know how you're saying you're not good. This is incredible. So, love to all the Grounded crew. It is insane. But I think for my own love for the craft, I can see myself slowly becoming a graphic artist, or more than an animator. It feels more fun to be able to sit down with a sketchbook and draw like this page and follow a script and be like, okay, how much of the script can I fit into this page? How much fun, how much plot can I put into this page and emotion? We can move the story along the best way possible. I've had this script written for a year and a half. I've been so tired of working on this because I have so many ideas that I want to work on with the packs. So I could imagine a lot of what's going to come in the future is a lot of graphic novels. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop making videos. I'm going to continue making PAX episodes just like they were before, and Grounded episodes just like they were before, just as a comic dub. Like a, maybe not animated, but just a comic dub. And I think that would be a lot more fun because it also gives me time to actually work on the voice acting. The Grounded 2 and PAX voice acting of my part feels so rushed because I didn't have time to really perfect it because I was working on so much more. Not that it's bad, but I can actually enjoy voice acting again because when's the last time I did that? So there's a lot of changes that are coming to the channel, and I hope that they all work out for everyone, and I hope no one feels disappointed. But I could see the quality of the art going up a lot through the packs. So I think episode 3C is already the most beautiful episode I've ever made, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. There'll be a link in the description to my Twitter because I'll be releasing episodes via page, so you can check out what each page, you can read the pages as they come out, and then you can watch it all as a consistent episode when they come out on YouTube, as a comic dub. And that's just awesome. That sounds so much more fun to me than here's frame 496, background 200, oh god, animated this in a day. I know I'm already working like an 8 to 6 job, but I gotta do these many frames as well. You have no idea how much like breakdowns I had making that shit. It is unreal. I'm so tired. Anyway, though, I find this beach really cute. I might continue this video for a bit because I'm actually really liking this wholesome unedited content. But look how pretty this beach is. This was the beach that I ended up filming that, what do you call it? Oh my god, am I having a stroke? Gray Stripe video. Sorry, I don't know what was happening there. Yeah, this is the beach that I filmed the Grey Stripe video at. That video was edited by Nathan, and it is sincerely one of my favourite edits that I've ever had on the channel. I make a lot of unedited content now because I just enjoy rambling, and this is an interesting one too. But yeah, it's it'll be nice to actually make content I really enjoy again. And I really enjoy these kind of rant videos where I talk about BFDIA and stuff like that. Why is there onions here? Yeah, there it is. I don't be able to recognise this because this was the weird little structure I was talking about. I was on the other side here, and I was the brick that I pointed out. Because I remember pointing out this brick. And then, yeah, I was standing here, and I remember the brick being pointed out because Nathan made a whole gag of it, like throwing bricks at Grey Stripe. But here's a comparison of the time difference, because all this wasn't there. I had enough time where I could put the put the phone up on the wall there. So you can see how much time has changed the land since I last filmed that grey stripe video. So if you want... Actually, no, that's not right. Because I remember putting the tripod here. Yeah, so the tripod was here. I actually didn't able to reach it. So I guess maybe that moment meant nothing. But maybe it grown in some way. But if I put the camera here, zoom out, now you can see it. See? I gotta accidentally pause the camera. Now you can tell, right? Yeah. But yeah, that's where I filmed the grey stripe video. Yes, it'll be nice to actually get back to making content I really enjoy again. And these really cool graphic novels. And I'm really enjoying these kind of rant videos about BFDI. I remember I was so excited after watching BFDI A20, I just had to make the video. I was so in so much joy of how much I loved that episode that I was like, I have to make this. I just have to talk about this. And those are videos I love making. Because it is just that pure joy of I have to talk about this. Really cool. I wonder if I have my tripod with me. Alright, I'm gonna go and check stuff out and go and get dinner and stuff, so I'll probably see you when I see you. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.